So guys, the Ministry of Education in Norway is introducing tuition fee for international students but not EU students. International students, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel again. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about something very critical. It has come to a stage where our migration purposes, or let me say the migration stuff is going to be on a hook. When I say it's going to be on a hook, I mean here that there are a lot of things that are going to happen very soon. Remember, Sweden was first of all tuition free. Then it came a time where Sweden was not tuition free again. Then after that, it was Finland. Now there is something in the Norwegian parliament. We don't yet know. I tried checking, but I haven't got tangible reasons. But there is something cooking up. All right. For those of you who are new to the channel, we talk traveling, we talk study abroad opportunities, we talk scholarships, free tuition universities. All right. We talk cheaper options to study in Europe. So I am using my experience. Okay. So that is what I do on this YouTube channel. So now, if you have been thinking of studying in Norway next year, I would say that if you are thinking, okay, you should try to apply as fast as possible. The reason is because there are a lot of things that are going to happen very soon. The Norwegian parliament, or let me say the government, the officials, are trying to negotiate on something. Now, they are thinking of stopping the free tuition education in most Norwegian universities. This is going to be a blowout for us, all right, because if Norway is about to stop these free tuition universities, we do not know what Germany is going to do. And of course, if Norway and Germany stops it, that is the end of everything, because these are the only countries that are still carrying or are still giving international students, especially from Africa, free education. Now, it has not been passed yet, all right. The information is still very fresh. So you should know they have been debating on this, like I said. They are now asking a question that, because sometimes, remember, Norwegian citizens, when they go to other countries like Sweden and Finland and all the rest, in some other countries, they equally have to pay a tuition fee, okay? Because I do not know the agreement, but so the debate now is, why is it that Norwegian citizens, when they go to other countries, they pay tuition fee, but why other internationals come into Norway and they study for free? That is the debate that is on ground. And I think it's because of the cabinet or the government or something. So this is what I want to say. First, you should understand that there are more, let me say there are about 12 or 13 or so or more universities you can study in Norway for free. They include the University of Oslo, the University of Bergen, the University of Stavanger, the University of Tromsø, the University of University of Tromsø, all right? Then Norwegian University of Science and Technology, Norwegian University of Life Sciences, the University of Eastern Norway, Northeastern Norway, and there are other universities like that. Now, all these universities don't have the same application timeline. I want to talk about these schools because I want you guys to know that this is what is going to happen in the months to come or in the years to come. So if you want to apply to any of these schools, you should check them as quick as possible. I will drop some links in the video description box. Check these universities and apply as quick as possible. Don't even waste time. All right, guys, if you are new to the channel, please, we do it here as a tradition. Click the subscribe button below and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that when I post a new video up next, you would be the first to watch. Thank you so much for understanding. So guys, like I said, these are the list of universities you can study in. The first thing you should put into consideration before you start thinking of if you want to apply for any of these universities is, do you have a program in that particular university you want to study? That is the first thing you should put into consideration. Secondly, what are the requirements of this particular university and the program I want to pursue? That is the other thing. Thirdly, what are the application deadlines? Because remember I said most Norwegian universities, the application timeline is usually from October to like January. Some have already started, some are still to start. All right, you are going to watch my videos in maybe coming videos about some of the universities that are starting around the 15th of November. Some are open already, so you can check the videos on the channel and you watch them. They are very detailed. All right, all my videos are always very detailed, or I try to explain as much as possible for the layman to understand. Okay, so if you want to study in Norway, this is what you are going to do. Check all these universities to see if they actually have a program that you can study or something which is related to your field. Then you check the requirements, you apply as fast as possible. Now, if a university's application is starting on the 1st of November, you should try to apply on that 1st of November. The reason I'm saying you should try to apply on that 1st of November is because I know there are some people that will be waiting when it's 12 a.m. in the morning on that day that the application is starting. They are dropping their application file. Another thing you should try to apply quickly is because early application is advantageous, because if they are taking, because remember most Norwegian universities, I have always said they take between 10 to 23 students per class. And within these 10 or 23, they have like 10 or 15 students from Norway they are going to take. That's domestic students, all right? Then the remaining students will come from international students. Now, these remaining students, they may decide to take one student from Nigeria, or let's say they can decide and say one student will come from the Australian continent or Asia, one will come from Africa, one will come from America, and all like that. And you don't know how many students are applying just from Nigeria, not to talk of Egypt. So applying first or on the first day is advantage you, all right? That is the first thing. Now, the second thing is meeting the requirements is another thing. You may not be able to meet all the requirements because GPA comes in, proficiency comes in, all right, and other things like work experience, in case there are programs that involves working experience, they do come in as well. So if you know that you don't meet all these requirements, try to apply as quick as possible or as early as possible, all right? Now, understand that most universities in Norway don't have bachelor's degree programs. I think we have just Norway University with bachelor's degree programs, all right? We equally have the University of Tromsø. I will talk about that detailedly in another video, that has bachelor's degree programs. Now, it is not left for you to verify which are the programs, and they are taught in English language. Almost all the other schools are taught in the Norwegian language, which means that you cannot study the language, or you cannot study in Norwegian. But if you want to study in Norwegian, it means that you have a language proficiency or maybe a document to prove that you can understand and speak Norwegian very well, all right? So these are some of the things you should know. Norway is trying to stop the free tuition opportunities, but if they want to stop it, they cannot stop it now, all right? It will only take effect from next year, which means that if you apply now, you may still study for free, all right? Even if the government wants to stop the free tuition stuff, you can still study for next year for free, because they cannot implement tuition fee, whereas students had already applied with the notion that they are going to be studying for free. I hope you understand. So these are some of the things you need to know and put into consideration. Now, when you want to apply for a university, this is my advice now. My advice now with respect to this: apply to schools that are outside of the bigger cities. Don't go and apply to the University of Oslo when you know that a lot of students are coming to the University of Oslo and the competition is going to be high. First of all, the University of Oslo alone are asking for IELTS band score 7 and 7.5 above. That is already a problem, which means that most Asians are the people with highest band score when it comes to IELTS exam and the TOEFL scores. Most people who score higher band scores are coming from Asia. If you didn't know, go and check and you will see. So you should apply to schools outside, all right, any other school which is far from the bigger cities. Now, understand that as you finish in Norway, you can move to Norway with your spouse, with your children, all right? There is a law now. And when you finish your education, you can equally be working in Norway. Norway has a lot of jobs and the minimum wage is very high, okay? This is a country which is very rich in mineral resources. So, as a geophysics, as a geologist, as an environmentalist, if you can migrate to this country, then it is very good for you. Now, also understand that as you gain the admissions, like I said, they are trying to stop the free tuition opportunities, which means that as soon as your admissions is ready, you still need to show that you have money in your blocked account, all right, in order to study in Norway. So you should be looking at opportunities like this or possibilities on how you are going to get your money. Without the blocked account, you cannot study. And someone can put the money in your account. All is that the money should be in Norway. And bear in mind that you cannot get this money for 6 months. You cannot get it all at once. When you move to Norway, you will be withdrawing every amount. All right, the money should be 535 Norwegian krone. I can't remember the real figure, but this figure or this amount is usually put on the websites of the universities, okay? If you check very well, you are going to find it. Now, you are applying for this program, but know that there are requirements for you to apply for all these programs. The first requirement is that if you want to apply for a bachelor's degree in Norway, you must have high school documents, and your documents must be very heavy. Norwegian universities don't like people who haven't performed well in their past education. It's normal that you cannot perform well because of certain things, but try to improve your score before you apply to Norway, or you get another postgraduate diploma, all right, to help you. Then, if you are applying for masters, you now bring in your transcript and curriculum vitae and motivation letters. They are very, very important in this aspect. All right, some other universities would tell you to like maybe bring in more recommendation letters and others. Remember, application is free. All right, and there is a one-time application. You submit your application documents on Sonac's web. All right, there is something called Sonac's web. If you go through the link very well or the program website, you are going to see all of this information I'm giving you. So that is what you should know. Now, also understand that in Norway, you are not going to get a lot of difficulties. Even if you do not have money for the first, as soon as you get a job, you are good to go. Because like I said, the minimum wage in Norway is very heavy, all right? And the educational system is highly advanced. Again, the job opportunities are highly paid jobs, all right? Even if you don't want to work because it's cold, you can equally get something to patch up, like maybe work in restaurants, because the cold in Norway is not a joke, all right? Even right now, it is almost, but if you go now, let me say, places in the northern hemisphere, even Sweden, is not very, like, it's not a joke, all right? Just know like that. So if you want to study in Norway, try to apply now. Now, another thing I want to talk about, which is my advice, is when you apply to Norway, don't put all your eggs on Norway. Try to diversify your application. Drop some for Finland, drop some for Sweden, drop some for Egypt. In fact, just drop. Even if it means study in Egypt and other African countries, drop. All right? That way, you are going to increase your chances of getting admissions. And if you have some money, equally apply for Denmark. All right? These are countries that are very good, but the problem is entering requirements or possibilities to enter into these countries. So for the other videos, like I said, you can check my YouTube channel and watch the other videos about studies in Norway and how to go about it, okay? Because they are very, very educative. If you want a one-on-one consultation with me, please check the video description box below, all right? And again, do not forget that there are more videos on this channel. All my videos talk about study abroad and all the rest. That is my own niche, okay? So you can equally check them out and drop a like for me, drop a comment for me in this video, all right? So that I can stand out and go far and meet many people. If you do like that, if you like and you drop a comment, of course, YouTube is going to give me visibility. That is how it is done. So please stay connected and know that as soon as I get more information about the free tuition stuff, I'm still going to bring information to you, all right? You can work in Norway, of course. Minimum wage is very good, though you are going to spend a lot, but you are still going to make more money. So it is not a doubt. I'm just telling you the truth. We shouldn't be sugarcoating things here. We should be saying the truth, because some people will not tell you the truth. Somebody told me that there are no jobs in Germany. I was just laughing at him. How can you tell a very educated man like me that there are no jobs in Germany? Me, Milton. So I was just like surprised. So you should know all of these things, because people will never, some people, by the way, let me specify it this way, will never make you go to the limelight. So you should know that, all right? It is very important you know all of these things. So please stay tuned and know that as you are applying, the Sonac web, the online application is called Sonac web. There is no submit button. As soon as you click submit, it goes directly. When you finish submitting everything, you just leave it and you move away, all right? You sign out and move away. It has gone to the university. So things like this are very important, okay? Please, guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel and help us get more visibility from people. Until we meet again in another one, my name is Milton Fonkwa.